Let's take a look at Home Federal Savings Bank, which is problem 2 of PSET 1 in CS50's Introduction to Programming with Python. So, in a file called bank.py, implement a program that prompts the user for a greeting. If the greeting starts with hello, output $0. If greeting starts with H but not hello, output $20. Otherwise, output $100. Ignore any leading white space in the user's greeting and treat the user's greeting case insensitively. So, to simplify, these are the 3 outcomes that we've got, and 3 examples would be these. So in the first one, if they say hello on its own or hello followed by something else, they will get $0. If they say anything that starts with a H but does not start with hello, then they will get $20. And if they say something that doesn't begin with a H, they will get $100. To start with, we need to get input from our user. So we can use the built-in input function for this, and we can use greeting for our prompt. It did say ignore any leading white space and treat the user's greeting case insensitively. So for that, we can use 2 of the built-in methods for the string type. So we can use strip to remove that leading white space, and then we can use lower, which will bring everything down to lowercase. So we need to check the user's input and then give the appropriate response. So to do that, we can use conditionals. For our first one, we can say if greeting, and then we can use a new method that is also built into the string type, which is starts with. If we just read the documentation on that, it simply says it returns true if the string starts with the prefix, otherwise returns false. So we can say starts with, and then we need to pass in as the argument to this the prefix, which will be hello, except it should all be lowercase because we've already lowered the user's answer here. And then if that's the case, we're going to print $0 in this case. Then for our second conditional, we can use elif, which is Python's else if statement. We can say if greeting, and now we need to check whether the first character is a H. You can think of a string in Python as an array of characters. For us to check the first character of that string or that array, we can index into the 0th position of the array. So for that, we can use square brackets and put a 0. So in Python, we're 0 indexing, so the first position is actually going to be 0. So we can say if the first position is equal to a H, then print $20. Oops. And finally, we can say else, which is our catch-all statement. If the first 2 aren't true, then this will be true. We can say print $100. Let's give it a quick test in our terminal. So Python bank.py, and then we're getting prompted for our greeting. So if we run through our example scenarios here, if we write hello Jeff, we should get $0. If we go again and we run hi, we should get 20. If we say how are you, we should get 20. And if we say something like what's happening, we should get 100. So everything seems to be working right. Another option for us, if we go back to our code, so since we're 0 indexing here, we can actually do something similar on the first statement if we don't want to use this starts with method. So we can actually start the same way and 0 index into the string. But if we add this notation, the colon followed by a second number, this is called a slice. So we're slicing the string. So in this case, we're taking from 0 to 5. And in this case, 5 is not inclusive. So what this is going to do is check the first 5 characters of our string. So it's going to check the 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 5 is where it's going to stop. In our example here, H would be the 0, E would be the 1, L would be 2, the second L would be 3, and the O would be 4. So we need to put our comparative statement in here again, so we can say hello. And if we save this and go back to our terminal and just run our program once more, we can see if we type hello, we get 0. If we type hello Jeff, we get 0. If we type what's happening, just to check everything else is still working, and we get $100. So that was Home Federal Savings Bank. If you have a different solution, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.